Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
An 18-month-old child is recovering in the hospital today after family members say he has life-threatening injuries from being beaten. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley talked with the child's family members today and joins us live in the studio with more. Bailey.
Andrea, like you said, I've been talking with family members all day, and they tell me on Tuesday afternoon, 18-month-old Isaac Jr. was taken to the Devil's Lake Hospital from his home in St. Michael, North Dakota, with extreme injuries to his head. Isaac's mother says that a doctor told her that if another half an hour would have gone by without medical treatment, Isaac would have died. Isaac was later flown to a hospital here in Fargo, where he underwent surgery to relieve pressure from the swelling in his brain. His mother tells me that Isaac is still here in a Fargo hospital in stable condition, but she says more surgeries are in his future. Now, it's not exactly clear what unfolded Tuesday afternoon, but Isaac's mother says her ex-boyfriend is the man responsible for it all. She tells me that her ex-boyfriend was arrested by Fort Totten police and the FBI early this morning around 2. I made calls to Fort Totten police, the Bureau of Indian Affairs, the Spirit Lake Correctional Facility, and the FBI, but they could neither confirm or deny that someone is behind bars in this case. Andrea.
All right, thank you, Bailey. The FBI tells us they are the ones investigating the case. The Valley City High School went into lockdown this afternoon while police investigated an anonymous tip about a bomb threat. The school superintendent says the school resource officer received the tip around 2:30 this afternoon. He goes on to say they are following threat assessment and crisis management procedures to figure out the credibility of this threat, although they say they have no reason to believe that it is real. The Valley City Police Department tells us they do not believe there's an actual threat to the school. New information has been released surrounding the death of a Marine from Carlstead, Minnesota. Another U.S. Marine has been placed on administrative duty after discharging his weapon inside a barracks at the nation's capital, killing 20-year-old Riley Kuznia. The Metropolitan Police say Kuznia sustained a gunshot wound around 5 a.m. at the Marine Barracks in Washington. He was taken to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead. The Marine who fired his weapon has been reassigned to administrative duties pending the outcome of the investigation. Police say they are treating the incident as a death investigation and not a homicide. There is still no word on why or how the gun was discharged. We are getting used to these warmer days, above normal for this time of year. Hutch, how's the rest of our evening looking?
Well, after some record-tying high temperatures today, the evening is cooling rather quickly. We do have some high clouds over us right now. Your high temperature today in Fargo, 40 degrees, tying a record. It was 40 as well at the National Weather Service office in Grand Forks, 37 at the base. A few high clouds drifting through, but we'll see breaks in the clouds overnight, and we will see temperatures in the 20s as we head to bed tonight with winds from the southwest at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Grand Forks cooling into the 20s as well. A very quiet evening of weather up north. Watch for area slippery spots. Now a look at your Pro-Seed Road to Frisco forecast. Tons of folks traveling down from the northern plains into a winter storm. Storm warnings in portions of Oklahoma. Icy roads from southern portions of Kansas right down into northern Texas can be anticipated. Temperatures are cool there as well. Here's the forecast showing that between now and late tonight, the snow continues, particularly in central Oklahoma near the Oklahoma City area. So be careful for slippery travel conditions there. Good news is by tomorrow, they return to the 50s. Now, we won't be that warm, Andrea, but we have a nice warm day tomorrow as well. I'll have details on that and a nice show in the sky to tell you about here in a few minutes.
Hey, we reached 40. That's pretty good.
40 is great.
It's really great. Thanks, Hutch.
You bet.
There is a game underway right now in Frisco, Texas, which has nothing to do with any sort of title or trophy, but there is still a lot at stake. Valley News Team's Mike Morgan joins us live now from Frisco to explain all that. Hey, Mike.
Hello, Andrea, and hello to everyone back at the Red River Valley. We are just at halftime of this big game. We are at the Performance Indoor Training Facility in Frisco, Texas, lovingly referred to as the Pit. This is the Miracle League of Frisco. Some athletes with special needs are here. They have their normal league that happens throughout the year, whether it's in various sports, bowling, football, and basketball, but because that the Bison and the Eagles are here, they decided to incorporate the team players. And right now we are at halftime, and the team that is being coached by Eastern Washington, currently leading the team with the NDSU Bison assistant coaches 21-14. You know, this is one of those statements that are made that it's more than just about the X's and O's and the crowds cheering, because these students and the student athletes are here, and they are genuinely enjoying their time and the opportunity that they have to interact with some of these kids. We spoke with several of them earlier, and they make it a point in some cases to stay in contact with the friends that they meet here in Frisco, Texas. Our coverage will continue from Frisco, Texas, culminating obviously with the pregame show. So, hey, as the players say hi to you from Frisco, Texas, live, I'm Mike Morgan. Back to you, Andrea.
All right, thank you, Mike, and we'll be sure to tune in and check in with you a little later tonight. For more Bison coverage, though, a little later, Beth will join us from Frisco, and that's in sports. In other news, 2 juveniles have been arrested in connection with a bar brawl in Bemidji. The video shows a young man hitting and pulling an older gentleman down some stairs. Police say it happened at Elks Lodge in Bemidji. The juvenile responsible has been identified and arrested. Police also arrested a second juvenile. Charges have been filed with the county attorney's office. Stick with Valley News Live for updates on this story. We told you yesterday about this accident that you see on your screen involving a school bus and a pickup truck in South Fargo. The driver and 2 of 3 students were injured, not seriously. The truck driver was cited, and today we're learning it was a $20 citation. A retired highway patrol officer and lawmaker believes if North Dakota raises its traffic fines, people will stop driving recklessly.
There are many studies out there that show that stronger traffic fines do in fact make people better drivers or cause less crashes.
Grushala also says North Dakota's traffic laws haven't been updated for the most part since 1956. It was a big day on Capitol Hill in Washington as the 116th Congress was sworn in and got right to work. Among those sworn in, North Dakota Representative Kelly Armstrong, who told our Point of View's Chris Berg that he's ready to take up the president's fight over the border wall, adding it's just as important in North Dakota as it is on the southern border.
Is regardless of the immigration issue, what about the illegal drugs and human trafficking? I mean, that's one of the reasons it was such a big issue in the campaign in North Dakota, and we're about as far away from the southern border as you can be unless you're Alaska. And one of the reasons is that's where fentanyl's coming from, that's where heroin's coming from, and those things are killing kids all across the country, just not on the southern border.
Also being sworn in today, Kevin Cramer, who begins his tenure as senator for North Dakota. Among the first major battles will be the fight over the budget and, as we mentioned, the border wall. If you would like to hear more from Senator Cramer, tune in to Point of View with Chris Berg at 6:30 on KX4.